The internet is going crazy right now, and if you've been anywhere near social media today, you already know why. A shocking video, one that nobody saw coming, has fans talking, crying, and arguing all at once. In the clip that's been circulating for hours, viewers believe they see Kada Scott being pulled toward a car by multiple unidentified individuals, and the reactions have been absolutely wild. People are replaying the footage frame by frame, trying to understand what happened, who was involved, and how the situation even started. Emotions ran high as comments poured in, with fans saying things like, "This doesn't look right," and "Something is seriously off here." But the real twist, the part that pushed this story into full meltdown, is the update involving Gabbie. Just as the video went viral, news surfaced online that she was reportedly out on bond, and that alone had the entire community divided. Some people were shocked, others confused, and many had questions that still don't have answers. The timeline isn't clear, the details aren't matching up, and the entire situation feels like a puzzle that's missing half its pieces. Tonight, we break down everything. The moment that video hit the internet, everything changed. At first, people didn't even know what they were watching. It was grainy, shaky, like it had been recorded from across the street on a cheap phone. But the second viewers realized the girl in the clip looked like Kada Scott, the comment section exploded. People were screen recording it, zooming in, slowing it down, arguing about what they thought they saw. And within minutes, the video was everywhere. TikTok, Facebook groups, IG pages, even private messenger threads where families were sending it around asking, "Yo, is this really her?" It became one of those moments where you didn't need official updates to feel the weight of the situation. The reactions alone told you something was off. The clip itself was barely 20 seconds long, but the internet stretched those 20 seconds into a full-blown investigation. In the shaky footage, Kada appears near the edge of a parking lot, moving toward a car while multiple individuals stand close by. Viewers immediately started debating what the body language meant. Some said she looked scared. Others said she looked confused. And some insisted she might have even known the people she was with, which only added more layers to the confusion. Emotions ran high as nobody could agree on what was happening, yet everyone felt like they needed answers. One girl in the comments wrote, "My heart dropped. This doesn't look normal." Someone else replied instantly, "How do y'all know what's normal? Y'all just want to be dramatic." That comment alone sparked an entire argument thread with hundreds of replies, each one angrier than the last. Fans were shocked, not just by the video, but by how divided everyone became within minutes. Half the crowd was panicking, half was trying to stay calm, and the rest were throwing out theories like they were auditioning for a true crime podcast. Meanwhile, Kada's name started trending on Twitter, where things got even messier. Anonymous accounts started posting screenshots, timelines, even maps of the area like they were running a full investigation from their phones. One person claimed they recognized the parking lot background and said it was a place Kada would never go. Another person said they heard the voice of someone she knew. Nothing was confirmed, nothing was official, but people treated every rumor like gospel. And that's when the situation started spiraling from confusing to chaotic. Then came the twist nobody was prepared for, the update about Gabbie. Just as the video reached its peak circulation, comments started popping up saying Gabbie was already out on bond. It wasn't confirmed by officials in the clip. It was something circulating online through screenshots, posts, and shared whispers from people claiming to know someone who knew someone. But the internet didn't wait for confirmation. They took that rumor and ran straight into a full meltdown. One girl posted, "Ain't no way she already out. Something fishy going on." Someone else quote tweeted it and added, "This whole case is backwards. Nothing adding up." The more people talked, the more confused everyone became. Some argued the timing was suspicious. Others said people were jumping to conclusions. But no matter which side of the argument they were on, everybody shared one feeling. Nothing made sense. Inside private group chats, friends were panicking, replaying the video together, trying to understand how everything happened so fast. In one chat, somebody typed, "Call me crazy, but the girl doesn't even look scared. Maybe she knows them." Another responded, "Nah, look at her hands. She looks nervous. I'm telling y'all something ain't right." That back and forth energy kept the confusion alive. Nobody could fully agree, and that disagreement made the moment even more intense. What made things worse was the silence. For hours, there were no official statements, no clarifications, no updates, just reactions, theories, and everybody trying to connect pieces that might not even belong together. Even people who normally never comment on community drama were suddenly invested. Local pages posted screenshots of the video with captions like, "Prayers up," while others tried to calm everyone down, saying, "Let's wait for facts." But the truth is, nobody was waiting. The internet reacts first and fact-checks later. And this situation proved it. That night, a live streamer went online to give his breakdown of the situation. He spent 30 minutes analyzing body language, the way Kada stepped back, the way one of the individuals leaned forward. "Look right here," he said, tapping the screen. "See that? That reaction means she didn't expect him to step at her." His viewers were eating it up, sending comments like, "Bro, you right, and I didn't catch that the first time." Another commenter wrote, "This crazy. I hope she's okay." And even though the live streamer made it clear several times that he didn't know the full story, his viewers treated his analysis like an official update. Meanwhile, the conversation about Gabbie got even louder. People didn't understand how she could be out on bond so quickly, especially with so many unanswered questions floating in the air. Some assumed it meant something bigger was happening behind the scenes. Others said people were just overthinking it. But the speculation kept growing. One commenter posted, "She better come out and say something," while another replied, "Why would she? Y'all gon' twist her words anyway." That tension created a whole new argument, turning the comment section into a battlefield of opinions and emotions. Even people close to the situation were confused. A cousin of a friend of a neighbor, someone who had no real connection, suddenly claimed they heard something from someone inside. It was the perfect storm of rumor, fear, and the internet doing what the internet does best, filling in the silence with noise. And once that noise gets loud enough, it becomes almost impossible to separate real concern from dramatic exaggeration. As the hours passed, something else started happening. People began uploading their own theories, stitching the clip with reactions, trying to walk viewers through every second of the footage. "Pause it right here," one video creator said. "See how she turns her head? That's not normal." Another said, "Look at the car door. That tells you everything you need to know." These creators weren't experts, but their confidence made people believe them. Each new breakdown added another layer to the confusion, making the situation feel heavier than it already was. But the turning point came late that night when a man claiming to be a witness went live from his car. "I saw the whole thing," he said, and even though nobody could confirm who he was or whether he actually saw anything, thousands of people tuned in. "All I'm gonna say is, that was definitely her," he insisted, as his chat begged for more details. The live comments flew by so fast he couldn't even keep up. People typed, "What did she say?" and "Did she look scared?" and "Were they arguing first?" The man didn't give clear answers. In fact, most of his sentences were vague. But in that moment, the internet didn't need clarity. They needed something, anything that felt like a missing piece. And even unverified information can feel real if it's delivered with confidence. By the end of the night, the community was fully split. Some believed the video showed something serious. Others swore it was just a misunderstanding. A few said everyone was overreacting. But one thing was clear, the situation wasn't calming down anytime soon. In fact, every new opinion made the moment bigger, louder, and harder to ignore. And just when people thought the drama had reached its peak, another twist was already on the way, the kind that would make everything feel even more intense. Because the next morning, everything changed again. People woke up expecting things to calm down, but instead the situation exploded even bigger. A longer version of the video surfaced, not officially released, not verified, just circulating online like everything else, but it was enough to restart the entire conversation from scratch. The extended clip was still blurry, still confusing, but it added just enough extra seconds for people to think they understood more than they did. Suddenly, everyone was claiming, "Look, this angle proves it," or "Pause at 0:11. You'll see it clearer." The same 20 seconds turned into a brand new 60 seconds of debate, and emotions ran high all over again. The new clip didn't show anything violent. It didn't show anything illegal. It didn't confirm anything. But what it did show was Kada looking around like she was saying something, and the internet took that tiny detail and built new theories out of thin air. One comment said, "She's definitely asking a question." Another said, "Nah, she's telling them she doesn't want to go." Someone else argued, "Bro, she looks calm. Y'all making this dramatic for no reason." That three-way argument alone turned into more than 2,000 replies within an hour. It was like the whole community was living inside a pressure cooker of confusion. Meanwhile, people started noticing a detail in the clip's background, a passing car with a bright red sticker. Folks were zooming in, screenshotting it, uploading enhanced versions like they were running an FBI lab from a cracked iPhone screen. One person said, "This car drives through here every morning. I've seen it before." Another insisted, "That's my cousin's car. I swear that's his route." Of course, none of it was confirmed, but that didn't stop people from running the story as if it were fact. Every new theory became another wildfire catching wind across social media. And then came the chatter about the voices. A few users claimed they could hear someone talking faintly in the background of the clip. People put on headphones, blasted the audio, and started transcribing whatever they thought they heard. "She said stop." "No," she said wait. "She said nothing at all. Y'all delusional." The back and forth was endless. Even audio engineers jumped into the comments saying, "This footage is too low quality to hear anything," but nobody wanted to hear that. Once the internet decides there's a hidden message, they will keep listening until they convince themselves they found one. The drama took another turn when a TikTok creator, who's known for analyzing real-life situations like a detective, posted a 3-minute breakdown titled, "What Really Happened to Kada Scott." He sat in front of a ring light, confident as ever, talking like he had inside information. "If you look closely at frame 14, he said, you can see her gesture, like she knows the person next to her." His viewers were glued to the screen, sending comments like, "Bro, you always catch the stuff we miss, and this making too much sense now." Even though he repeatedly said he wasn't claiming facts, people still treated his video like gospel. But the plot thickened again when an alleged friend of a friend appeared in a Facebook group claiming the whole situation was being taken out of context. "Y'all spinning this for nothing," she wrote. "Everybody blowing this up without knowing what really happened." People demanded proof, screenshots, details, anything, but the girl went quiet after her post. That silence sparked even more theories. She deleted her comment cause she knows something. Nah, she lying. She's scared to talk. The community didn't need evidence. They needed a narrative. And any narrative felt better than sitting with unanswered questions. Then came the biggest spark of the morning. Someone posted a blurry picture of Gabbie, supposedly walking out of a building. The picture was low quality, taken from across a parking lot, and the person's face couldn't be clearly identified, but that didn't stop people from claiming it was her. "That's Gabbie right there. Look at the outfit. That's her style. Bro, where's the proof? This could be anyone." The confusion grew louder by the second. Before long, people were comparing outfits, matching timestamps, and building timelines based on pure speculation. A TikTok influencer added fuel to the fire by saying, "If this is really Gabbie, then the timing is crazy." They weren't accusing her of anything, just pointing out how wild the internet thought the situation looked. And that one sentence, "the timing is crazy," became a whole trend. Hundreds of people repeated it, turning it into a catchphrase under every related post. "The timing is crazy. Y'all can't deny the timing is crazy. Nah, this timing too weird." Those 4 words became the heartbeat of the online panic. Meanwhile, people close to the community started stepping into the conversation. One classmate commented under a local news post, "Y'all spinning this way too much. Not everything y'all saying is true." Someone shot back, "Then say what is true." But the classmate refused to give details. That tension made everything feel heavier. Another girl said, "I talked to someone who knows her, she's safe," but again, provided no proof. People wanted clarity, But the only thing they were getting was scattered pieces of unverified reassurance mixed with dramatic speculation. Families who knew Kada started seeing their inboxes fill up with questions. Some parents posted on Facebook saying, "Please stop spreading misinformation. Let the facts come out." But even those posts got twisted. Someone commented, "See? They hiding something," while another replied, "No, they just tired of y'all acting like detectives." It was messy, emotional, chaotic. Exactly the kind of moment where the internet turns confusion into pure drama. As the day went on, people began screenshotting the original video and making comparison charts, circles, arrows, even color-coded breakdowns. One diagram labeled each person in the clip with names like Person A, Person B, and Unknown Number 3, as if they were part of a documentary investigation. People debated the positions of their feet, the angle of Kada's head, the distance between her and the car door. It was all guesswork, overly detailed guesswork, but it felt real enough for people to fight over. By the afternoon, the conversation had reached a boiling point. Some people were exhausted, saying, "We need the truth already." Others were fired up, insisting, "This is bigger than y'all think." And some simply sat in silence, watching everything unfold like a reality show. But underneath all the noise, one feeling kept growing stronger. The sense that the internet had taken a small fragment of information and turned it into a wildfire of emotion. And just when the arguing reached its peak, just when people thought every angle had been analyzed, every theory explored, every detail debated, that's when the next update hit the internet. And this one wasn't just a blurry video or a random rumor. It was something clearer, something longer, something that immediately sent shockwaves through the entire comment section. Because when that clearer clip dropped, everything flipped on its head. This time, the video wasn't grainy. It wasn't shaky. It wasn't a zoomed-in screen recording from someone's cousin's cracked Android. It looked like it came from an actual security camera, wider angle, more light, more movement visible. And even though it still didn't confirm anything illegal, it showed enough new details to push the internet into complete overload. The moment the clip hit TikTok, it got reposted faster than people could even process it. Someone captioned it, "Here's the full angle," and that alone was enough to make thousands click instantly. In the new footage, you could see Kada walking slightly ahead of the group, looking back over her shoulder like she was saying something. The people behind her weren't dragging or grabbing her. They were walking quickly, talking, looking around. But because the internet had already spent 24 hours drowning in dramatic interpretations, nobody was watching calmly. People didn't want analysis. They wanted confirmation of whatever they already believed. One user commented, "She looks confused. That's enough for me." Another said, "See, exactly what I said. Something off." Someone fired back, "Bro, she literally walking on her own. Calm down." That small clash turned into another argument war, hundreds of replies deep, everyone defending their version of the truth like they were personally involved. A popular YouTuber uploaded a reaction video within minutes. He paused the clip every 5 seconds, pointing at Kada's body language. "Look right here," he said dramatically. "This is not the same energy from the first clip. This angle shows way more context. She keeps looking back." His chat was spamming messages like, "I knew it," and "Bro, thank you for breaking this down," even though nothing was fully clear. But that's how these things go. A confident voice can shape the entire conversation. Meanwhile, as people were focused on Kada's every movement, someone else noticed something in the background. Another person walking out of the frame. That random detail suddenly became the new obsession. "Who is that?" a commenter wrote. "What they gotta do with this?" someone asked. "That's the real person y'all should be looking at," one guy claimed, even though there was absolutely nothing connecting that random passerby to the situation. But once again, the internet didn't need a reason to obsess. They just needed a focus. Then things took another twist. A supposed text exchange from someone claiming to know Kada began circulating. The messages didn't make any accusations. They just said things like, "She wasn't alone," and "There's a lot y'all don't know yet." But even that vague wording was enough to make the online crowd spiral again. People screenshotted the texts, reposted them, added their own interpretations, and the cycle of confusion grew louder. A girl on Facebook Live claimed she spoke to someone from the neighborhood. "Y'all need to stop lying on this situation," she said, waving her hands at the camera. Half these pages don't even know her like that. People bombarded her comments with questions. "So, what happened then? You know where she is? Why she look like that in the video?" Instead of answering, the girl repeated, "All I'm saying is stop jumping to conclusions." That wasn't enough for viewers. If anything, her refusal to give details created even more speculation. Another moment that added fuel to the drama came when a guy on TikTok posted a voiceover saying, "The issue ain't the video, it's the timing." That single sentence caught fire. Comments flooded in. "Exactly. We've been saying that. This timing way too suspicious." Even though nobody could define what the timing actually meant, the phrase felt emotionally satisfying, so the algorithm pushed it even harder. As evening hit, a community page posted an update titled, "Sources say the situation is still being reviewed." It wasn't dramatic, it wasn't revealing, but people twisted it into whatever narrative they wanted. Some said it meant things were worse than expected. Others said it meant things were being blown out of proportion. Someone joked, "This not a review, this a whole movie at this point." And honestly, they weren't wrong. The way the story kept expanding felt like a reality show that wouldn't stop filming. Meanwhile, attention turned back to Gabbie. People wanted to know where she was, what she was doing, what she had to say. But once again, silence created chaos. Without an official statement, people started creating their own versions. One post said, "I heard she's staying silent on purpose." Another said, "She probably overwhelmed." Someone else said, "Y'all pushing her into a corner." That three-way interpretation made things even more dramatic, even though nobody had actual information. At night, a man went live from outside a building he claimed was relevant to the situation. "I don't know what's going on," he said into the camera, "but people been pulling up all day." His viewers blew up the comments instantly. "Who pulling up? You sure it's connected? Show the cars." Even though he himself kept saying he wasn't sure, his live stream attracted thousands because the internet was desperate for any movement, any new angle, any update. People were running out of facts, so they started collecting scenery instead. A rumor popped up claiming someone close to Kada had made a post, then deleted it. Fans started hunting for screenshots. "She said something about everything not being what it looks like," one person tweeted. "Somebody find the post." But when people finally tracked down what they believed was the screenshot, it turned out to be a random old message that had nothing to do with the situation. No matter, people still used it in arguments like it meant something. By late night, people were exhausted. They'd spent the whole day analyzing clips, fighting in comments, refreshing pages for updates that never came. But even through the exhaustion, the questions remained. Why did the video look like that? Why did the timing feel weird? Why hadn't someone close to Kada come out and spoken clearly? Why did everything feel so mismatched? And just when the conversation felt like it was about to settle, just when the arguments started slowing down, someone posted a caption that reignited everything. "Tomorrow morning, everything will be clearer." It wasn't from an official page. It wasn't from anyone verified. It didn't even have context. But people took it and ran, saying, "This the update we needed. Finally. And something big coming." Even without evidence, the teaser felt like a cliffhanger, the kind that makes people stay up refreshing their screens. So as the night closed in and the comment sections finally quieted, one thing became obvious. This wasn't over. Not even close. Because videos can be replayed, rumors can be rewritten, emotions can be stirred again and again. And in situations like this, the truth never arrives instantly. It unfolds in pieces, in reactions, in confusion, in conversations. And the internet? It will always fill the silence with noise.